Can you explain to us what is the API economy?
Yeah, so maybe to take the first stab at it, I'll start with what APIs are. And basically what they are services or pieces of software that developers can use and make requests to perform basic functionality or basic tasks in their software. So let's say you're building an application and you need to do some tasks like sending text messages or storing images or encoding data. You can build all of that yourself, or you can just call an external API, which is a service that some other company provides, and that API will perform that action. And what we've seen over the past kind of 10 to 15 years since APIs as a concept have been introduced is this Cambrian explosion of now tens of thousands of APIs that are being offered to developers. So in a lot of cases, instead of building everything from scratch, developers are putting together these building blocks and stitching them together to make an application. And this is now what we call the API economy. One of the examples that I think illustrates it really nicely is, let's say you go about building an application like Uber or Lyft. So in the past, you'd have to build everything yourself. So you want to show a map with where the user is and where the car is, you need to build that functionality yourself. You want to send the user a text message when the car arrives, or like saying the car is 2 minutes out, look for a gray Honda. You need to connect to the mobile carriers and build that functionality yourself. You want to charge their credit card when they finish the ride, you need to connect to the bank and do that yourself as well. And a lot of the engineering effort would actually be spent building those fundamental pieces. With APIs, you can actually hook up to different companies that provide these as a service. So you wouldn't do the mapping yourself. You would connect to something like a Google Maps or a Here, which provide mapping as an API, and just embed that into your application. With SMS, you connect to a company like Twilio or Nexmo, which provides SMS as an API, and you just send them a request. We need to send this message to that number. So that's an example of an API. And then for the actual payment, you'd connect to something like a Stripe, which offers credit card processing as an API. And you just send them the credit card number and the amount, and they'll connect to the bank and do the security and everything and take care of actually charging the credit card. So all of these small components basically become APIs. And all of these, I just add one more point, have actually ended up becoming billion-dollar companies, right? So these are pretty significant businesses now that are oriented around offering these basic services as APIs.